Human design, gate 14, the gate of prosperity,
I'm really
bounteousness.
excited about what I'm be covering today because we are talking about abundance, we are talking about personal style, we are talking about connecting with your intuition and your inner truth and how that now creates.
Hey, my loves, this is the With Love Cole YouTube channel, and I, Nicole Ballantyne, will be sharing with you tons of information about wellness, motherhood, human design, and so much more, showing you a bit about my family and my lock journey, everything from the guided and lived experience of a 3-5 self-projected projector. Also, check out some goods from my Apothecary, Cole Apothecary, where I make sea moss gel and so much more, and stay in touch at With Love Cole.
Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole, and on today's video I'll be talking about abundance because we're talking about gate 14, which is the gate of material wealth, and gate 14 is truly the gate of abundance in form, which is the money gate. So like when we are talking about material wealth and having physical things, we are talking about gate 14. And it's interesting because this gate is it's not what you would expect in terms of how money is created or how material wealth is gained. Let's jump into the human design gates, gate 8 and gate 14. Gate 8 is the gate of holding together in the I Ching, the gate of style. So let's talk about that gate as well as gate 14, the gate of bounteousness. For gate 8, I put on my IG graphics all the glitter because gate 8 to me is literally kind of like all the pieces of beautiful like crystals or beautiful fractals, and fractals are basically like pieces of one form. And if you think of human consciousness in that way, then you understand that we are actually all pieces of one form. Like we are all one network, really, of one collective consciousness. So all the glitter, gate 8, all the gold, gate 14. So yeah, human design is fascinating. You end up realizing like not only is this connected to genetic codons, but this stuff is connected to amino acids. Then you see it's connected to spirituality in terms of life themes, the chakra system. Like I don't know, very complete to me. Like that's the why I have this pressure to share, because I'm just like, I like that it's not just rooted and based in one thing, but there's a material benefit to this information for building businesses, companies, building a better world. Like, yeah, I could go on and on, but let's move forward. Let's talk about all the glitter, gate 14. So gate 14 again is the gate of material wealth. In the I Ching, it's called the gate of bounteousness. The ability to create physical wealth is heightened when we already have confirmation from our environment. Gate 14 is the gate of material wealth, and it is located in the sacral plexus. Gate 14 is about having physical energy, because in order to create wealth, there has to be some action. And whether that action manifests like just through physical movement, or it manifests through voice, or it manifests through waves, it's still coming out through something, right? The ability to create physical wealth is heightened when we already have confirmation from our environment and the physical vitality to attract prosperity. So this is super important. In order to create wealth, you do have to be in the right environment. And I think this goes back into networking. When people look at wealth, they don't realize that wealth is truly in our relationships, because wealth is very much connected to your network. In order to create wealth, you have to have a sense of community. You cannot create wealth in isolation. And that is so interesting, because it is connected to gate 8, the gate of holding together. In order to create wealth, you literally have to contribute something into society that helps hold society together. So I think this is really interesting to bring up because we are in a generation and age of isolation and everyone kind of wanting to kind of do their own thing and not show up. And I think that you can do that. There's unique ways of doing that where you can still contribute, because again, you can't want Gaia, the universe, to just take care of you and you're not offering or giving anything back to her. And that is very much what Gate 14 is about. It's about what can I give to get? Like, what can I give in the sense of energy? What action can I put forth? Gate 14 is part of the codon group, the ring of life and death. And again, as we know, like, your material needs being met is like about life and death. Like, you literally need money to survive and to live in this society, in this world, right? So how do we create that for ourselves? And that is a big part of that, is contributing to the society. So it's important to note our material needs being met helps to create more resources and sacral power for an individual to thrive. Again, you have to have your material needs to be met in order for you to even have the physical energy to help others. And this is really important, and this is why relationships are important, because we may end up in situations, because life happens, where we can't necessarily take care of ourselves, and then you do have to rely on your community and your tribe. But also, if you have been someone that has contributed, that's always been a giver, Gate 14, the Gate of Prosperity, is literally about giving to receive. So this is very much an energy of true exchange. So what are you willing to give in order to receive? You have to think about that, like, on a spiritual level. What will you put your time and energy into, and like proper intention into, like, and on a deeper level, your heart into. I rambled a bit there, but I hope you guys get the message. It's important to note that those with this gate have proper direction and intention with their materials. So it's not just about having money, because having money makes you rich, but really having wealth means having money and putting it into the right resources and trusting those resources to grow. So it does mean proper intention, and it does mean proper direction. The Gate 14 leads to Gate 2, which is the feminine energy. Gate 2 is pure yin, and Gate 2 is about being receptive to life. Also have a video on that. I'll put it here. But yes, it's really, really important to be receptive to life, because then you now have the energy to, especially if you are connected to the resources, the physical resources, to bring things to form and bring like the most beautiful things to form, because you're in the beat. And I'll make a video on that about Gate 2 and Gate 14, when that energy meets up and it makes the channel of the beat. But then you really get into that, and that's when you're really hitting onto what people need, because you're into the patterns, into the trends. You have a true understanding of what like life needs in the physical moment. And think about it. Businesses that make big bucks, they know what people need in the moment. Amazon, great example. I mean, I'm an Amazon affiliate. You guys see I have hella links below, because I think Amazon, as much as people dislike it, they are meeting material needs for people, and they are providing people things with great customer service. We know that if society is moving fast, and there's a company that's now allowing us to get things in a really quick way, yeah, you are going to have people, our energy, our dollars are being put into it, and that is also what is pushing that machine. So you have to think of that. Like, they are supporting something that the society needs. Or on the flip side, you could say maybe we don't need Amazon, and then you have to think about, where am I putting my dollars? Because if we don't need it, then society as a whole has been putting their material focus, their energy, their sacral energy in that direction, their physical dollars in that direction, and that is what is continuing that expansion of that business. So that's an example of that. definitely wasn't expecting to get into that, but I'll talk a little bit more when I talk more into the channel, and maybe I'll bring that example up again. So money is on our minds at the end of Taurus season, but we see that to attract it, start with physical health and competency. So yes, in order to attract money, it's really important to be healthy, because our physical bodies are a part of our magnetism. It's part of our energy field. So like money is attracted to that energy, and part of that energy is the belief that you can have it. So yes, you have to believe that you can have it to have it, and then you have to take the physical action to create it. So as you guys saw, I got really chatty finishing up the video, so feel free to reflect on this. I feel like it's still tons of information. I would love to see you guys tell me more about how that channel has affected you. For me personally, I have gate 2, my partner has gate 14, my daughter has gate 14, and I do feel like since they've been in my life, it's been very abundant. So I would love to hear more about your families, if you're a projector, if you're a mom, if you're just someone who really loves human design. Share more about the gate 2 or gate 14 or the channel of the beat, and I would love to see you guys in my next video. Yeah, keep watching. I have tons of videos coming about this stuff. You know, you guys have all my old human design videos and some new ones, so stay tuned. And if you made it to the end, of course, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and also check out my CMOS shop.